Hello, everybody. We're going to give people a few more minutes to come in. Hi, GP. How you doing? Yeah, invite your friends if you wish. We're going to be sharing a few stress reduction tips before we go to bed. Hi, GP. Before everybody goes to bed, well, at least it's my bedtime. In setting you up for tomorrow, we're going to share some stress reduction techniques. I'm Alan Baisberg, your life recalibration expert and a stress reduction expert. So if anybody has any questions before we begin, let me know. Otherwise, we'll begin in just a moment. All right. So as we're getting ready for tomorrow, here's what I want you to think about. Stress reduction tip number 1. Don't multitask. We are a left brain oriented society where multitasking is so ingrained. Even today, my daughter, who's about to become 11 years old, when I said about multitasking, she said, it's good. We're supposed to multitask. We get more accomplished that way. The truth is, that's not the case. You actually get less accomplished that way. And your IQ gets lowered. There have been studies and research that's showing that your IQ gets lowered when you're doing multitasking. It's the same as smoking marijuana because you cannot focus. You are usually more irritable, because you cannot pay attention to more than one thing, and your energy is so dispersed into many areas, you cannot afford to lose that energy. So if you want to get stuff accomplished, focus on one thing at a time. You don't have to do everything at the same time. Really, unless you're doing brain surgery or you're holding the keys to the nuclear devices of the United States of America, you really don't need to worry about it. Things are going to be okay. You don't have to try to do everything at the same time. Focus on one thing at a time. You'll get it done a lot quicker. You'll be a lot more peaceful. Hi, Baseball Freak. You'll be a lot more peaceful during that time. So that's stress reduction tip number 1 for tomorrow. I want you to go ahead and practice one thing at a time. So no multitasking, forget multitasking. It will only drive you crazy and won't allow you to accomplish as many things as you wanted to. Stress reduction number 2. What I want you to do tomorrow is go ahead and spend some time outside. Now, it seems like a strange stress reduction tool, but it's not. How you doing? It's actually great because we need sun, we need fresh air in order for our bodies to get over stress. In order to get that stress out, what sunshine does, for instance, thank you, it's not strange at all. For some people, it may seem like. What sunshine does is it heightens your serotonin levels, which make you a lot happier. It also brings down your melatonin levels, which means you're not going to be as sleepy after lunch, as most people are. So spend some time outside. You want to release stress? It's actually a great, thank you, vitamin D is extremely important. Vitamin D, fresh air, all of these aspects are integral in stress reduction strategies. Thank you for the hearts, I appreciate that. By the way, feel free to invite your friends if you want anybody else to hear about these stress reduction tips. So one of the easiest things that you can do is during lunch, before you eat. Usually people get about an hour for lunch. Go outside for half an hour. Go take a little walk. A place that I used to work at, a number of my clients, all of them had a nice path. There was a little lake. Depending on where you work, you may or may not have that, but I'm sure there is some sort of a path where you can walk. Walk around for 20 minutes to a half an hour. You're going to get your activity. You're going to get your sunshine and fresh air. You're going to get your stress reduction because as your body is moving, as the endorphins are being released into your bloodstream, you're going to feel better. Don't focus about what it is that I need to do right now when I come back from lunch. Focus on the trees outside. Focus on the air. Focus on the feeling of the wind in your face. Focus on anything that is around you. Be present in that moment. You want to reduce stress? Don't focus on your next endeavor. The question is, what do I do in the Midwest winter? It's actually a very good question because I'm from Midwest. I'm from Chicago. Hi, Jason. So I'm from Chicago and I walk outside as well. I bundle up as if I'm going in 3 or 4 layers and I go outside and I walk around. And the paths are usually cleared because these are walking paths. So even in the Midwest winter, and I mean this very honestly because in Chicago we get that, is you're near St. Louis. Perfect. Yeah, you guys have plenty of snow, although we're a little north of you, so maybe we get more of it. But go outside. Just dress appropriately for it. Otherwise, you won't be able to be outside for very long. But focus on the outside while you're outside. When we're talking about stress, stress is usually because we're worried about what just happened, or what happened in the past, or why weren't my parents this certain way to me, right? Yeah, we get more snow. Or you're anxious about the future. What's going to happen when I come back from lunch? I have all these things that I need to do. There you go, back to multitasking. So focus on one thing at a time. And if you're walking, focus on walking. Thank you very much for the heart. So that's your stress reduction tip number 2. For those people that missed it, just in case, stress reduction tip number 1 is don't multitask. Focus on one thing at a time. And the final stress reduction tip for now, because I don't want to keep you long, everybody wants to go to bed or do something else, is tomorrow, when you wake up, don't eat right away. So one of the things that our bodies need time for is they need time to, how should I say this nicely, let go of stuff. So what I would suggest in terms of your stress reduction tip in the morning is wake up, immediately have some water. So I always have a water bottle with me anywhere I am, whether it's in the car, it's in my gym, I carry a water bottle. So have about this much water if you can. If you can't, that's fine. But what I do is as soon as I wake up, I drink water. Then I go downstairs as I'm making breakfast for my kids that I have to go to school at about that time. I take half a lemon and I pour or squeeze out the lemon juice into another bottle of water. And then I drink that bottle of water. And then I don't eat anything for another 40 minutes to 1 hour. And I give my body enough time to eliminate, well, not to ruin anybody's appetite. But that allows my body not only to fully awake, but to also get rid of all the waste product that has been accumulating while I was sleeping. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. So, and then I can start eating. Many people wake up, they go and have breakfast right away, they get their coffee, they get their bagels, they get the whatever, and the body never has a chance to actually eliminate the waste product, so it continues being inside of you. That's not the most optimal thing, which also creates stress on your body because it has to hold on to that stuff that it's already digested that it wants to get rid of. And that's, constipation and other things can happen as a result of it. So 3 stress reduction tips. Number 1, don't multitask. Number 2, go outside for at least 20 to 30 minutes. During lunch, if you like, morning when you wake up, in the evening before you go to bed. And number 3 is allow your body to eliminate after waking up. Drink some water. Lemon is great. Lemon juice with water. It really gets your kidneys and your liver working well. And get that out. Any questions? Every day I'm going to be doing these scopes with different stress reduction techniques, all free. I'm not selling anything for you guys. This is just to give you specific things that you can do to make your lives easier and stress-free. Any questions while I'm here? All right. Well, everybody, have a great night. Again, my name is Alan Weisberg. I'm your life recalibration and stress reduction expert. Take care. Thank you very much for the hearts. See you all tomorrow. Stress before bed. Yeah. There is no stress before bed, so hopefully we de-stressed you before going to bed. But since you brought that up, one more thing then. So before bed, one of the things that we tend to do is we tend to be on our iPhones or any electronic devices. That blue light is actually not very good for your brain, and it certainly wakes it up. So you don't want to do that. And your power down ritual, what you should be doing before bed, is get rid of all these devices. And for at least a half an hour, if not more, just decompress. Don't focus on watching television. Don't focus on any electronic devices. Just relax. Allow your brain, allow your whole system to calm down. And then go to bed. So that's the way to de-stress before bed. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful evening.